This was heading all along, Skip, and I said this, the only leverage Dak Prescott has now is to hold out. This is a new coaching staff, a new offense, and the quarterback, Skip Bayless tells me, is the most important player. He's the most valuable player. He, of all people, need to hear the new terminology because he's responsible to know what everybody knows. If the line protection needs to go one way and the center says no, Dak has to be able to redirect them, says, no, I want you to go this direction. I want you to be responsible for him. He needs to be able to come into the huddle, and if somebody's like, oh, Dak, what I have on this one, he needs to be able to tell him and not blink an eye and still be able to go through his reads and do what he's supposed to do. Skip, this is the only leverage that he has. He was headed this direction all along, Skip. And the thing is now, as long as he does not sign that franchise tender, all this is voluntary, so this can't be used against him. He signs the tag. The moment that he misses something that's mandatory, he gets fined. And in the new CBA, Skip, fines cannot be forgiven. So he would be required to pay that money because, Skip, you remember guys used to hold out, and then when they come back in, the fines will be forgiven, okay, yada, yada, yada. That's not the way it is anymore, Skip. So Dak Prescott is using this as leverage. I don't blame him. If you want me to come in, go on and break bread, Jerry Jones.
The reason you are loving this is because you hate my Dallas Cowboys. And you are loving the fact that their quarterback is now saying, I'm going to hold out. And yes, you predicted it because it was wishful thinking on your part. It is driving me out of my mind because I really didn't think Dak had this in him. I have defended him almost to the death for 4 years on this show because I believed in his football character, in his football backbone, as I often refer to it. And this is really starting to offend me, to steam me, to irk me, that Dak Prescott is saying, I won't live up to my responsibilities of being the quarterback of America's team, the face of this franchise, when in fact we have a new coach and a relatively new system. I know Kellen Moore is still being held over as the play caller and coordinator, but you know and I know there's going to be some new terminology under Mike McCarthy. You know and I know he's going to add his plays into the repertoire. And they need to be practiced. They need to be discussed. And I thought Dak Prescott would see fit to go ahead and perform his duties in good faith while he continues to negotiate, because that's what quarterbacks do. It's not what Dak usually is about to say, I'm going to sacrifice my team and my teammates. I'm going to deprioritize winning for personal gain. I'm going to sacrifice everything I used to stand for so I can hold out to create leverage for a new deal. And again, I'm going to say it one more time. The Jerry Jones I know has a long-earned reputation for being Daddy Jerry, the guy who falls in love with every superstar to a fault and overpays every superstar to a great long-term salary cap fault. And as Jerry said last training camp about Zeke, just before he got that one done, when have you ever known me not to get one of these things done? Well, never until now. And now I believe that Dak and his agent are asking for some out-of-bounds number. I don't know what it is. Nothing has been reported. I'm reading the tea leaves on Jerry's behavior, body language, and the way he's acting. Jerry is drawing a line in the sand for the first time with a superstar. Again, maybe Dak hasn't quite reached superstar, but let's say star. He's drawing a line in the sand for a star because he's saying that star is asking for money that's even out of bounds for me. It's absurd money. It's not realistic for the long-term health of the franchise. So I believe Jerry is saying, I just can't go there. Please come back and meet me a little bit more in the middle ground. maybe the high middle ground, and I can go there, but I can't go to Patrick Mahomes' $40 million a year kind of money. Yet Dak is now using this as what you term as leverage, when I'm telling you this is detrimental to his leverage. This is what Jerry doesn't want to see, doesn't want to hear about, doesn't want to have to respond to, because the way to win over Jerry is to participate in good faith, show him that you're still the leader of the team and that you are all in, and give in to that, because he'll give in to you if you will give in to doing your duty. And again, I know these are voluntary, but these are crucial voluntary workouts. Even the virtual ones are crucial with the new coach and the new way. So to me, Shannon, he's cutting off nose to spite face with Jerry Jones, because he's making himself even less valuable in the eyes of Jerry, because he and his agent are saying, well, we've just gone to quote unquote war with you. We are not even going to do the virtual workouts. So I'm sorry. I don't love it. Jerry doesn't love it. And I'm sure you're happy, because the long-term impact here is this is going south. This is going nowhere slowly. And I just don't know where it's going to end, because I don't think it's going to end well for Dak Prescott.
See, you see, Skip Bayless, when I try to tell you things, the first thing you tell me is that, Shannon, you're saying how you would handle things. I said, oh, no, I'm not. I said, I'm telling you the mind of a professional athlete. Skip, you said he should participate in these voluntary, in these virtual workouts. Dak Prescott said, I participated for 4 years. I won Rookie of the Year. I took you to won 2 divisions, and I won your playoff game. What has it got me? Okay, tell me the time that we've seen a guy after 4 years win 2 divisions, win Rookie of the Year, and he does not get his money. He has to threaten to hold out. He has to potentially hold out to get his money. You said we're doing this is unprecedented. Absolutely, it's unprecedented, because we've never seen this before in the history of the game. That a guy that's as accomplished as Dak Prescott, think what you want. Well, he might not ever be Patrick Mahomes, or he might not do this. Say what you will of May. The fact of the matter, after 4 years, he's won 2 divisions. He was Rookie of the Year, and he's won a playoff game. And we've never, ever seen a quarterback have to go through this to get his money. And see, what you've done is the exact same thing that Jerry and Steven has done. You said he's sacrificing winning. He's sacrificing his teammates. No, Jerry Jones is sacrificing this team. Jerry Jones is sacrificing winning. Because you know why? You could have got this deal done. But what you tried to do is penny pinch. And you think automatically, well, Dak, you got all these commercials. Skip Bayless always brings that up. Dak, you're playing Dallas, Texas, where there's no state tax. Guess what, Jerry? You operate a business in the state of Texas where there's no state tax. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about what I got going on off the field. Worry about what I do on the field. And what I do on the field is that I've won more than I've lost. And if you want to get to and win a Super Bowl, I'm your best bet, or you're welcome to start over. Either way, I don't care. I'm not coming off my price tag. This is my ledge. Skip, like you said, Michael Jordan is up here. Well, Dak is sitting on this ledge right here, and he says, I'm not coming off, Jerry, until you come up here and sit with me and talk about the money that I deserve.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.